Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast. With me, Matt. We have a 2v2 in the western front on Butchkenbach Lake. A map you can find on the workshop, and I assume this is the lake up here. Let's go through the players. Represent the allies, we have Jacket Dios del Sexo. Playing as the United States of America, going straight for Ranger Company, okay. And we have Matthew 117TT, going straight for Royal Tank Regiment, with hammer specialization for the Commonwealth. And while representing the Axis, you have Manolo MX as Storm Tactics for the Waffen-SS, going straight for double Storm Pioneers and rushing straight up here. Okay, that's quite a hard move. And also, a Range Karma as Fallschirmjäger Division for the Wehrmacht. Sturm and Wehrmacht, pretty interesting combination. Means the Germans will not have any heavy tanks later on. We'll have to deal with that, while the British have gone for World Tank, which definitely means Churchills as potential. And Ranger will give the Allies access to the Jumbo as well. So the Allies are going to be able to secure their fuel there, but they need to get the cutoff point, which is dismunitions. This should be interesting. Germans are securing their fuel easily enough. We have some Grenadiers coming out alongside our Aufklar. British are pushed up pretty hard here. They're already getting some shots out here on the Pioneers. Pioneers might win that engagement, thanks to the heavy cover. I think those British troops might be in trouble. Push up on towards these Sturm Pioneers, but I think the Sturm Pioneers might be able to hold this thanks to the heavy cover. We also have a Kugelwagen coming. Nope, the Sturm Pioneers have to fall back. That's just too much American rifle fire. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Americans can be pretty good early on. And there's a Kugelwagen though, and that's gonna get some good flanking shots there, I think. American rifle pushing up here. British are moving, retreating. Valorians being called in behind us. Sturm Pioneers are in big trouble, they have to pull out. Wehrmacht is securing a lot of territory though. Pushing up onto the British forces. Grenadiers about to get flanked. Not sure who actually wins up close, but I think the British might. So because the British have more bullets in their rifles and they're fast at loading them. Well, folding them rather. Yeah, it looks like the British have been in that engagement pretty handily. But now there's a second Grenadier squad. That's enough. Second rifle section coming up though. We also have the Aufklars coming out. Oh, Grenadiers might win that engagement there. No, the Aufklar on the flank, they definitely will. Grenade just behind the Grenadiers, didn't hit. Oh, not looking good for the British here. They've lost actually all their troops. Some bloody early engagements here. Valorians are present here. Cheaper unit availability if you're playing as Storm Tactics. Potentially meant to just be a cheaper unit you can have on the field. Americans are finally getting the cutoff point secured, which is also a munitions point. Oh, Fallschirmjäger says the Feldwebel has been called in. Even the British no troops on the battlefield apart from your rifle section. So the Luftwaffe is definitely being very, very potent today. Fascinating to see. Unique officer be able to infiltrate if you're playing as Fallschirmjäger can be pretty potent. Americans still holding the fuel down here. That's a lot of American rifles here. But I think the Kugelwagen might be far enough away that it's not taking too much damage. The Lonians only have like 2 windows they can fire out from at this angle, I think. 3 windows actually. British coming out on the flank, Storm Pioneers coming up behind. More Americans coming out to the battlefield. Gonna kill them, the Kugelwagen, that Kugelwagen has to move. Oh! And the driver killed as well. Not looking good there. Americans are definitely getting the upper hand here with all their rifles. Like, American riflemen should not be underestimated under any circumstance. 30 cal coming out as well. Storm Pioneers and the Valorians pulling back into other positions. I think the SS tried to push too far up too early to try to disrupt the fuel point. They should probably just secure territory in my opinion, and then push from there. You're only pushing up is very risky. If it does not pay off, it really hurts yourself, as I understand. It's not an easy thing to pull off, and Storm Pioneers are, however, a very viable unit to do it with. Very strong early on, but they're also very costly to lose. That's kind of the thing you have to consider. Verticals now also for the Americans that can cover a wide area here. Ranger teams coming out, Ranger demolition team at that. First lieutenant arriving inside a universal carrier. see. We also have the Fallschirmjägers arriving now. An actual Fallschirmjäger fire team. A Feuertruppe. Long-range Fallschirmjägers here. Good for most situations and circumstances. Can equip with the FT-42s entirely. That makes them exceptionally lethal. Indeed, we are seeing the FT-42 with scopes coming up. Pretty damn potent weapon. Definitely a weapon I would never want to fight, in all honesty. Panzerjägers coming out here for the Mthis. More digging in proceeding. Fallschirmjägers trying to hold the center here. Not good against the universal carry at the moment, especially when it's getting a wasp. But FT-42s will definitely mow through those that lieutenant. Especially once they arrive. There we go. Now the FT-42 is really damn good as a weapon. Yeah, already get down in some of the lieutenant there. Oh, one Fallschirmjäger goes down though. Balloons are nearby though with the Sturmgewehr. Americans are present here with their demo team and everything. We do also have a Panzerjäger nearby to deal with this universal carrier. Those Panzerjägers are gonna get shot to pieces though. Will they get their rocket off? Nope. Oh, yeah, they did! Wow, lucky. That's very lucky right there. Yeah, we do see tech up here coming out for the Wehrmacht. No tech up for the Waffen-SS yet. See a Funkfeuer coming up here for the Fallschirmjägers. Basically a small radio beacon that allows them to call in airborne reinforcements and airborne equipment. Now we are seeing Sturm tactics here, so that means a lot of potential Sturmgewehrs in the future coming out for the Waffen-SS. As we can see in the balloons, they've already been equipped with a Sturmgewehrs. Sturmpanzers can also be equipped with a Sturmgewehr if you're playing as this commander. Fallschirmjägers are facing a little bit of fire there. They are reinforcing though thanks to the beacon, so there will be airdrop in more of them, as you can see. Not sure how viable it is in the long run though, that's a lot of manpower drain. But the Aufklar is getting some good shots in. 2-2-1 also coming out for the Luftwaffe. Probably going to be coming 2-2 pretty quick. Oh, looks like the British are pushing up pretty aggressively. Out in the open at 2-2-1. It already is 2-2. He went for the upgrade straight away. Very smart. Very cheeky. Well, Philby will not do well against all those rifles. Yeah, he needs to get into cover. He's not a combat officer despite being a free man. Well, as a free man, he's not a combat officer anyway. Yeah. Oh, he is not getting out of that. But here's the 2-2-2. That's going to force the British to get the hell out of there. And the Fallschirmjäger is just mowing them down and retreating. Ooh. Very accurate with those FGs. Now the 2-2-2 is just moving up without anything to stop it. That's an American half, so I got a 50 cal on top of it though. The 50 cal needs to get a good shot first of all. Raider team has also arrived alongside it. He equipped with heat bazookas. Pretty good upgrade, can pierce most German tanks. Unlike the normal bazooka. Oh, it's been immobilized. That's pretty bad. The After could actually flank up then with its 50 cal and kill it. Oh, we also have New Zealanders on the field. Unique battle group available if you're playing as a British tank. They're going to use Captain Panzerfaust, and they got it. They can actually steal it. There might be something soon. Oh, the Germans are going to deny it though. Talking about the love, no. But the Allies, if they can't have it, the Allies can't have it. The half-tank is actually pretty potent for the Americans. Don't underestimate that 50 cal on top. Pretty powerful weapon. We also have a ranger camp set up here. Mthis is taking up finally. Now the Luftwaffe troops will definitely keep providing a big issue for the Allies to deal with. The Green Devils, as they were often nicknamed, can be pretty potent. Yeah, very costly though. I think they're like 360. Yeah, 360 for a score. That's pretty costly for the Germans, especially if they lose them. We have another 2-2-2 in the field. This one being equipped with Rat Panzer to increase its survivability. 50% increased armor, it will actually make it able to shrug off 50 caliber shots. Because currently it can't, as you see. Just a few 50 caliber shots and its gun is out. And a rifle grade. Here comes the New Zealanders.
Infantry squads ready for all-out attacks.
Lots of Alonians are present here too. And the Fallschirmjägers will make it very difficult for any allied infantry to push up. Oh, flak from the base is killing the half-track, and there goes.
Light vehicle just got destroyed.
We also have a half-track here for the British. Same half-track as the Americans use, I'm pretty sure. I think it's actually provided by the Americans. Good Panzerfaust though.
Unfortunately, we've lost a unit.
Fallschirmjägers here, as I said, are very potent infantry. They'll definitely cause a lot of issues. Oh! Frangible grenade. That's a pretty risky move, but it looks like it worked out. Didn't kill anything though. Bunga with machine gun coming up here on the flank for the Waffen-SS. Sturmgewehrs are now being equipped on the Sturm Pioneers. The Fallschirmjägers are definitely going to start causing trouble again. They just need to get more munitions so they can actually get more FGs. Because here's the problem with the Fallschirmjägers. They only have Kar-98s until they can actually get the upgraded weapons. So they're actually not that potent in most engagements until they get those. Not that the Kar-98 is a bad bold action, it's just it's a bold action. I'd rather have an FT-42 rather than a bold action in all honesty. And they will provide a lot of firepower here, but you also have the Charleston? Yeah, the Charleston on the New Zealanders, but that's not going to work against all this firepower. Oh, they're mowing down the New Zealanders, holy shit. I think the Germans might be able to stabilize this front pretty easily. But they do need to keep that point covered. They're not getting any fuel unless they get that point. Marksman from the American Rifleman Squad is still a guy alive. This is his Scope Springfield. He might die shortly.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
A good bazooka attempt there from the Rangers, but it's not going to work.
Supply hubcatter is ready for orders.
The Fallschirmjägers are still pushing up very aggressively here. Waffen-SS is digging in with more bunkers. I guess they're just doing a delay in action and supporting the Luftwaffe at the moment. And the thing is, the Germans are gonna be lacking in late game armor. Oh, we also have a Greyhound coming up. Nice to see. So the Greyhound is that good of a choice against the 2-2 without armor, though. Zealand is pushing up again here. Greyhound present. Oh, Bazooka got the 2-2-2. Now the Greyhound could actually switch to its 50 caliber, but it's using a high explosive shell. Now I would also just switch to the 50 caliber if you're dealing with infantry. There's no reason to just use the cannon against them. Oh, that's an American blob. That's a dangerous move, but it does work out this time by the looks of it. But now they're going to face all the automatic firepower of the Germans. You don't want to be blobbed up against automatic firepower, as you can see. You always want to be cautious of blobbing up in this mod. There's a bazooka there though that the British lieutenant could make use of. If he spots it.
Boys, you ready to roll out?
We also have a Panzer F1 coming in for the Wehrmacht. Nothing else from the Waffen-SS, but they are taking up still.
Ready for action.
Assembled and ready.
We do have an Untersturmführer coming up for the battle for the Waffen-SS. The Greyhound might go down here. Yep, that flank defense is really useful. F1 coming in here, quickly blitzkrieging. I'm pretty sure that the Allies might not have anything at the moment to stop the F1. Oh wait, they do have a Cromwell coming onto the field. Pro Mark 5 is here. I'll deal with the F1 hands down. There's a bazooka there they really could have used. Makers pushing up very aggressively again. One soldier veteran to 5. Being equipped now fully with FT-42s. That's a pretty damn dangerous squad. Need to use cover. Oh, that Cromwell is definitely providing a problem here. Those Panzerjägers need to get behind cover. They don't want to be out in the open. Also, notice like that the Brand Universal Carrier is bugged, where it's being counted as an enemy target if you attack move. That's why I never attack move personally. Bazooka under Rüstungsführer. So it's the American 30 cal over here. The Rakettenwerfer coming out here for the Luftwaffe, unique weapon available to them if you're playing as a Luftwaffe, obviously. Fires an 8.8 centimeter rocket, pretty damn potent weapon, by the way. Won't feel being airdropped into the British base because they're playing as tank. We also have a 76 German arriving on the field for the Americans. Map is still somewhat evenly split up. Although the Allies do control 2 more territories at the moment. That isn't the biggest of deals, I think. Shimmer and Cromwell working together could potentially be potent, but I'm not sure. I can Recording setting up here. The Recording does a very short range though, compared to other AT guns. This is why it's been set up in an ambush. Very cheeky. It is, however, very, very potent and powerful.
Squad, ready to move. The Italians joined the war. They were going to send 5 divisions to deal with it. Instead, we sent 20.
See, the New Zealanders are pushing up again. And the Luftwaffe will cut them down in seconds if they get shots in them. Oh, that Charleston is good. And some good shots in though. Oh, incendiary grenade, but the New Zealanders paid for it. 76 is nearby. Oh, that Cromwell is in trouble. Yeah, that's the power of the Rakettenwerfer right there. 8.8 centimeter rocket will just pierce straight through any frontal armor generally. More pioneers coming to replace the lost ones. Bungas are set up here to prevent the Allies from pushing up. I mean, the Americans do have a tank. They could just drive a tank up there. Another half-track with New Zealanders on the field. That's why only New Zealanders supporting the Allies in this, or in the Americans in this engagement. Your Kettenwerfer is still present. Panzerjäger put inside a bunker, probably not the best position for them in all fairness. Germany is trying to push up here. That sounds like good for the Sherman. Yeah, Sherman out.
We just lost a medium tank.
Yeah, I'm ready. Germans attacking our position.
What's this Ranger Major gonna do is the question. We also have a Ranger Recon team, Demolitions team. They cannot risk folding over because of the flak. Oh, tank on the team might actually take out this F1. Oh, no. F1 got him. That's not how you use a half-track.
Unit lost. Dash it
We do have a Churchill coming onto the field, though. But those two sinners are gonna get mowed down by all these Fallschirmjägers. They get 10% weapons accuracy by being near the Feldwebel. Everyone did go down, though.
We have lost a Panzer.
Squad knocked out.
Churchill's almost in the field, though. That'll be a little bit more difficult for the Axis to deal with, I think. Depending on if the Allies know how to utilize that Churchill. There's a heavy tank. Oh, we might actually have a Fallschirmjäger squad go down here. Yep.
An infantry squad has been killed.
Here's the Churchill.
Where do you want us?
Churchill Mark 4. I think we can call him Mark 7 if you are using one of the battle groups, actually. I believe it's the heavy cavalry group from Anzac that arrives with the Mark 7 Churchill.
Heavy armor ready to go.
Digger's Go being equipped on top of this thing. You also have a British Major on the field. That's a big force of Storm Forces right there. Valonians and Storm Pioneers. But they're blobbing, which makes them an easy target for artillery. And makes them run at the side of artillery. Ah, we also have a Sexton. Very good choice. Mobile howitzer available to all British commanders, by the way. While the trade unit being equipped on the Churchill. I would also personally always advise getting track armor. Generally a good idea.
Churchill taking over.
We are seeing the jumbo coming out for the United States, though.
Heavy tank awaiting orders. Upgrade done. So we're happy over here.
And we need to see what the British do with this one. The Lieutenant here have been equipped with Thompsons. Not sure what the Germans are planning to do to try and hold them out. We are seeing the Kampfkraft Center being utilized. Good to see. Often says they're still not getting any other units. Radicals keeping them pinned.
Ready for orders.
Now, the British are actually going to try and aim for the heavy battle group. They'll need a lot of fuel if they want to get that, though. Although I generally recommend getting it because that Churchill Mark 7 can be equipped in time with high explosives and makes it amazing dealing with fortified positions.
Someone shooting us.
And that Churchill's definitely going to be very hard one to deal with. You actually give it a tank commander and a tank tracks at the same time. Oh, Luftwaffe called in.
What's the job?
Oh, they mobilized the Churchill. I think it's going to need its tracks repaired quickly. Here's the Jumbo. Up-armored Sherman from the United States. Has exceptionally high armor.
Churchill tank ready for
Actually, it has more frontal armor than the Churchill does. Which is absolutely nuts. Next on opening fire on the German positions. No surprise there.
assembled and ready.
The Churchill's ready to go again.
Over here. We're ready for the arm.
Churchill slowly driving upwards. Jumbo is also joining in. The only thing they have that can effectively pierce it is the Raketenwerfer, but it's been decrewed.
Send your orders.
Here comes the Sturm forces again. If the Cal being equipped on top of the Jumbo. Ranger recon team on the field. More artillery called in by the Waffen-SS. That's actually a Stuka, okay. They're calling in everything there.
Under fire.
Now the extra fuel might actually allow them to shortly get the ANZAC Heavy Cavalry battle group. I do like Churchills. Churchills is like a great heavy tank. Slow and steady wins the race, some might say. And here comes another Luftwaffe assault. Not doing a lot of damage. Dang it, the Churchill is exceptionally heavily armored.
Armor here.
It does have more rear armor than the Jumbo by the looks of it. And the Churchill's like a brick. Needs to grab that fuel there. And I might have to give it... Yeah, he can get the ANZAC Heavy Battle Group. But nope, he's going for a Churchill Crocodile, which is, to be fair, also a pretty good call. He says you would also get some infantry if you use the ANZAC Heavy Battle Group, so... German base is under fire, we have a Hauptmann for the Luftwaffe on the fields. Supplies being airdrop in for the Luftwaffe troops. The Jumbos here in the center, just holding up the front line. You have a Panzerjäger squad nearby. They cannot get a shot at that angle though. They're actually being stealth, so that's how you use them. You just have to wait in ambush for them. Almost just there's a church on the flank here. But they're smoking it, they'll bite it in time. Ooh, high explosive there from the Jumbo. And the Ranger Recon's coming up behind it. Armed with Thompsons. Good shot there from the Panzerschrecks. Did hurt the thing. As the Jumbo is just such a heavy target. And this church is just gonna keep being a big issue. Oh, aircraft coming in. Looks like we're gonna have Kanonenvogel coming in. And that's a bomb. Yeah, but I don't think fragmentation bombs of that caliber will do a lot of damage to a Churchill. It did daze them though, that's about it. And here we have the Crocodile, probably the most feared variant of the Churchill, I'd say. Because this thing has a flamethrower on the front. In the hull, that is. So that thing will just burn through German infantry and defenses like it's no problem. You can just drive upwards with this thing. Very dangerous tank. The British are lacking in infantry though. Quite severely at that. There was just a few vehicles supporting the Americans at this point. Looks like the British lieutenant is pulling up though to get some more territory to see. Outfly still present here. And that's actually an outfly for the Mthis. Oh, and we see the Sturmtiger. That's kind of what I expected would happen. Essentially that the SS player was just stalling until they could get the Sturmtiger. That seems to be a very common thing I've noticed. And kaboom. That's a lot of Americans dead. And that's gonna force the Allies to go on the offensive. Because the Sturmtiger will just slowly rack up more and more kills. Unless they push. But with a Churchill Crocodile, they might have the means to just push up. The battle going probably to try and demobilize the tank. Yep, good job, that's what the Geballon is meant to do. It's just all the firepower going in, and then they're smoking it. Good to see. And now the Churchill has revealed itself, so... Oh, the Crocodile's revealed itself. More aircraft coming in to try and deal with it. I didn't do it like that. And the Crocodiles should just start to keep driving forwards. Because its flamethrower will just pierce through everything. The main thing they have to worry about is the Sturmtiger here. Nope, you also have a long Tom coming up for the United States, so I guess you guys are aiming to just end this battle quickly so they can keep moving onwards.
Ready for instructions.
We also have a comment coming up behind this, okay. So the British are just calling in all the heavy tanks today. The heavier tanks anyhow.
Armor ready.
Here's the long tom. Probably, yeah, it already immobilized the Storm Tiger and almost killed in one shot. That's the long tom, everyone. American super heavy howitzer.
Receiving effective fire.
Available to ranger only, as I understand. And here comes the croc. Oh, good! Again, really good usage of the tank hunters here. Oh my god, he's actually panzer-knackering it. He did lose the squad though, but... See? That's really good. Gebaldeladung it to immobilize and then get up on the flank if there was no infantry and panzer-knacker it. See, that's really good. That's a really good job right there. Too bad there was like no other infantry nearby or something. Also too bad that the American howitzer is just completely obliterating the Axis base at the moment. Panzer 4H in the field. Maybe as tank you can actually get if you're playing as Luftwaffe. You need to be very cautious. Oh, more New Zealanders on the field. Fall in to secure this flank. Crocodile still present. Panzer 4H got a penetrating shot. Destroyed the main gun on the other one though. Been immobilized by the Luftwaffe. I think the Sturmtiger might take a shot on it here. Looks like it is. And there we go, that's a dead crocodile. Recoverable though. So it only killed the crew. Because that's the power of a heavily armored brick. Here we have the Comet. 17-pounder armor, the premier medium tank of the British Commonwealth. I don't think these New Zealanders can hold back the Green Devils. And the Green Devils are being way too aggressive. Also helps they have a Panzer IV to support them. And the Comet will be able to deal with most Axis tanks if they can get the first shot off. Thanks to its 17-pounder. But it's not the best against infantry, but it will use a high explosive shell here. Oh, good shot actually. I didn't kill all of them. He's going off with a Panzer IV.
We've lost a unit.
Yeah, good shot, but the Panzer IV got penetrating in return. The Comet doesn't have that high. Oh, that has pretty high armor. My bad, that's 800 armor. That's not bad for a medium tank. But the H does have more.
One of our panzers has been destroyed.
Another Sturmtiger shot. Got the jumbo right there. Now that the Sturmtiger is starting to show itself. Oh, Comet down. Good job, Panzer IV. Yeah, I don't think it's looking that well for the Allies now. Axis have been prepared like a mobile mechanized assault force here. So the Sturm is going in with these Sturm Pioneers. Over Sturmgewehrs and Panzertrucks. For mobile assault. There's no 50 cal here, so these half-tracks can just drive up and kill them. So good job on the Waffen-SS there, but there's still demo shots they need to be careful of. American positions are being overrun. The Luftwaffe is slowly securing the center here. They might actually threaten the long tom.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
They are definitely threatening the long tom. They're not looking good there. Ah, but it is in range of the Allied base defenses. That's how they can still throw a spinning grenade. And the Brits are trying to stop it, yeah, losing a Fallschirmjäger like that. Now, they can still just recruit a howitzer, so I'm not sure how worthwhile that might have been. Panzer 4H is under fire. Luftwaffe going in again. Very interesting battle. It's definitely been very different. German 76ers are coming onto the field now, though. But Mthis has have secured the flank. Now here's the problem with all... Oh yeah, he actually dismounts. Good to see. You don't want to be inside the half-track when you're fighting a tank.
Unit ready. Unit ready.
Oh, they didn't actually manage to destroy the howitzer.
Sapper's ready. We're taking fire from armor over here.
Yeah, looks like Panzer IV might get out of there. Oh, it actually worked out there. Good job with the Panzerschrecks, actually. The Allies are actually on the back foot.
Heavy tank report.
Second Churchill Crocodile in the fields. More Allied supply drops coming in. Which does mean the British could get another unit shortly from the battle group if they want.
Crew, stand ready.
But the Mthis mechanized forces have definitely helped securing some territory. We also have stormtroopers coming in now, being equipped entirely with Sturmgewehrs, so that's 100 munitions for both those squads. That's a lot of firepower. Sturmtiger's even driving upwards, okay. So they're going for close range fire. They might be able to destroy the American base in one shot. Oh, it's firing up close here towards the Allied armored convoy. Good shot, but didn't damage the crocodile at all. Or it was shielded from the blast by the Sherman. And you don't want to fight this crocodile frontally. That's for damn sure. But we do have some Panzerschrecks armed on this Fallschirmjäger squad. But yeah, that flamethrower starts to fire. Oh no. Yeah, they're in trouble. The Luftwaffe officer has to get out of there. They call in some Luftwaffe support though. Not really penetrating though. Auto crocodile went down. Cannon Vogel is doing a little bit of damage to the engine, damaging it, but it's not really doing anything critical.
Infantry squads ready for all-out attacks. Their support standing by.
Yeah, the Cannon Vogel can't really penetrate it. It's just too armored. That fucking brick is just taking all the shots like they were nothing. Yeah, being dazed though.
You now have a
Pick
new
us up.
Comet tank. That's nice.
Another Sherman 76 coming up. Oh, one shot penetrated. Sturmtiger's loading his shell. Aim for the Churchill, I imagine. They got it. But that kind of shows how much of a brick the Churchill is, if you were wondering. Ooh, Long Tom has been rearmed.
Lost a squad of infantry.
It's already hitting the German positions hard again.
Stand ready.
Alright, the stormtroopers stay out here.
Heavy armor has been lost. Sherman ready to go.
We also have a Centaur coming in now for the British, okay. British are pulling in a lot of weapons to just try and get to the front line now. I suppose the Centaur will help against all the infantry. The issue is just Germans still have a Panzer IV-H. Second Panzer IV-H is also coming up behind us. Stormtroopers here have no AT weapons apart from Panzerknackers. This combat should be safe if it's micromanaged. We do have a Panzerschreck on the mechanized force there. Oh, very aggressive from this combat here. Lost this gunner. That which means the Panzer IV wins that engagement.
My lord, a tank's been lost.
Panzer IV-J coming up for the Sturm tactics.
Panzer IV, ready for action.
I think the Allies were just being a little bit too aggressive with their tanks. But we do have double Long Tom on the field. So that's a lot of potential firepower coming into German positions. Oh, Sherman did not hit the half track. That's because it's a low silhouette. But the second long tom is up. Luftwaffe is destroying one of the long toms though, and is actually completely wrecked. Scavenging the wrecks, good to see. And because the heavy tank wrecks still give like 50 fuel each. Very nice. But I think the British position is in jeopardy. And that's it at Sexton. That's recoverable. Okay, that's surprising. I want to aim for the base, but it might be a little bit too late at this point. And it did destroy, almost destroyed the SS Field Command. But I think the Axis are just too good at holding up this front line now, thanks to all the Fallschirmjägers. The Allies are suffering way too heavy losses. Not sure what these New Zealanders are gonna do though. They might try to Panzerfaust the Panzer IV. That's indeed what they're trying to do. And they got it. That's a Panzer IV down. Panzer IV H quickly relocating over here. And that's a pump for all these American infantry. Oh, they're getting mowed down. Oh god. Yeah, I don't think the Allies can win this one. They've taken a little bit too many losses. Just the stalling action to get the Sturmtiger on the front really did pay off. And the Panzer IV riding for the Luftwaffe is really paying off as well. Not sure what the Allies can do at this point. They are getting another Churchill though. For Churchills, the Axis have been pretty good at preventing from being useful.
Pioneer group is ready for action.
Oh, it looks like all the Stormtroopers died, it's just more Pioneers this time.
You need something?
Panzer Voyage going in for the kill the Sexton, I imagine.
I await your orders, Commandant.
And there we go, Sexton down for good. Oh, my throat is a little bit parched at the moment. My apologies. More Luftwaffe troops rushing up to the front line. And there's just a bunch of 50-42, so mow any infantry down. Aye, that is a lot of firepower on these squads, by the way. Like, what are these New Zealanders gonna do? And one of the New Zealanders, one of the Allies dropped. US played it, so we might see the other guy drop here shortly. Pretty intense game, I'd say. And indeed, they are the British pullback. I hope you all enjoyed this battle. I certainly found it a little bit interesting. I'll see you all next one, everyone. Bye bye.